It's Friday, November 2nd. I keep thinking it's October. It is Friday, November 2nd. And you know what that means? It means that it's time for a Friday weekly video game news analysis. Yeah, still got to work on that name. um, yeah, screw it. Let's go into it. A couple things happened this week. So yesterday, I believe there was a Nintendo Direct, and that was talking about Smash Bros. I think this is going to be one of our last updates before the game launches on December 7th. Yeah. So a couple things came out of that. There was two new heroes. Um, one of them was a Pokemon, and one of them was Ken from Street Fighter. I think we already had Ryu in the game because of DLC in the last one. So that's cool. A couple characters coming out of that. The trailer was like super cool. It was like pulling all of the heroes in, and then it had lyrics to the Super Smash Bros. Theme, which I thought was just really weird. But all of that'll be in a you can just go to Nintendo's website and check out their direct. But I'll definitely put a link down for that below. Um, I wasn't too impressed by the characters revealed. There was a couple more game modes added. There was an explanation on how multiplayer is going to work. There was a new thing about spirits and how you can like change. They're doing like a rock paper scissors thing with how characters work, and you can add spirits to like power up your characters to make them better at specific things. I don't know quite how it works, um, but yeah, I wasn't I wasn't too impressed that they at that I wasn't too impressed that at the characters they revealed. I'm just still flabbergasted that they keep revealing characters. I think Piranha Plant is going to be one of the DLC characters, and they're not quite. I think they're not quite scraping the bottom of the barrel, although Piranha Plant definitely feels like the bottom of that barrel. Um, yeah, I'm just blown away that they keep adding characters. I don't even know what the roster number's up to. Is it like over 70, maybe 80 characters? I don't know how you balance that, and I guess I'll have to wait to find out. But it just seems like a lot. I'm kind of like taking it all in and trying to like, how am I gonna? And I just like to play Link. That's just what I like to play. I like to play freaking Link, and that's all I want to do. I'm glad he's in the Breath of the Wild costume. But yeah, I'm just like, I don't know. Just blown away that they keep revealing characters for this. Um, yeah, it's just how do you balance that? I don't, I'm not that big a fighting game guy. I'm not a super huge Smash Bros. Fan, but I don't know how you balance that. So that's one of the things that just kind of keeps kind of like nipping at the back of my head every time I hear that there's more characters being added. But overall, pretty cool. Uh, Bringing all the hype. I'm gonna buy the game. I'm gonna be playing it day one. So just be ready for that. Next is BlizzCon is this weekend, and they had their opening ceremony tonight, even a couple hours ago, as of my streaming this. And there's five big kind of reveals that came out of the opening ceremony. They talked about a new Diablo mobile game that's coming out called Diablo Immortal, something like that. Diablo Eternal, Diablo Immortal, Doom Eternal. I think it was called Diablo Immortal, and it looks like Diablo 3. It's a fully new game. It's not Diablo 3, but for mobile. Uh, yeah, so there's been a lot of like backlash against that because everybody thought they were going to do Diablo 4, and now it's just a mobile launch. Some people think it's a reskin of a Chinese developer's game, which is not how things work sometimes. And yeah, I don't know. I want to play a Diablo on my mobile game, or I want to play a Diablo game on my phone. So yeah, I'm not too upset by that. Anyway, the other four things that were happening was there was a Warcraft 3 remaster, which looks beautiful, and I'm not against remasters, especially for some of the games that you can't play anymore. I'd rather have a remaster for 1 and 2, because I haven't played those games in 15 years. But more than that. No, I haven't played those games in 25 years, right? Like, I'd rather see those. Warcraft 3 still has a good story. I still enjoy playing that. Would I rather Warcraft 4? Sure, but I'm not gonna like complain when my expectations aren't met. Um, yeah, I had no expectations that they were gonna make Warcraft 4 anytime soon. So when that um, when that didn't happen, I'm not upset about it. So there was Warcraft 3 remaster. There was a new Overwatch character named Ashe. She looked like a sniper, I think. She looks pretty cool. I don't know any of her abilities or stuff like that. I didn't look into that. And then there was a Hearthstone update, and some fifth thing that I forget right now. But expect me to talk more about BlizzCon and what came out of BlizzCon next week. But this was just a kind of preview of what came out this week. Two big sales things came out, and me being a sales analyst, or having been a sales analyst, I'm really intrigued by some of that. So Super Mario Party has already sold 1.5 million units worldwide. Uh, not breaking any records, but it is single console, and it's on the Switch. So considering, I think I saw something that said like, Switch is up to 20 million. Don't quote me on that. Switch is up to a certain number of millions, so that means if there are 20 million, that means what, 6% of Switch owners bought it, which is pretty high considering you don't usually get super high attach rates, especially when you're doing them at the platform level. When you think of something like this next game, Red Dead Redemption 2 had a really good opening weekend with 725 million, I think, in sales, which is the biggest opening weekend in entertainment history, which is crazy to think about. I had to like Google what movies were the biggest, and like Avengers 4 is the biggest opening weekend at like 250 million. So this is almost 3x that. It just blows my mind that video games are that big nowadays. I think that calculates out to like over 10 million units. And if you think of the install base of PlayStation, well, yeah, that's 10 million across all platforms. The install base of PlayStation, I think I saw an article saying something about 80 million. So if all of those titles were on PlayStation, that would be only like 12%, but that's equally distributed, or at least probably not equally distributed, but that is distributed amongst Xbox and PlayStation. So when you go back and think about Super Mario Party having, a 6% attached to the platform, it's pretty crazy. But now I'm getting lost in the numbers, which is what I do, which is why I'm a nerd. Huge numbers guy. What else? Not a lot of big trailers. I have. Anthem had a new character. Had revealed like their first of their characters. It was called the Javelin class. Anthem being the EA, BioWare mech suit fighting, looter shooter fighting game. They're not fighting game. Looter shooter open world multiplayer RPG game that's coming out. They released a trailer showing off some of the abilities of one of their classes called the Javelin, which is actually the one I was interested in. It's the smallest and more quick and agile of all of the mech suits that you can wear in that game, exoskeletons you can wear in that game. So some of those cool abilities are pretty cool to see. Fallout 76 had its beta, which has had pretty intermittent positive, negative sentiment around it. I've heard horror stories about the beta re-downloading because of a patch. Like you have to download 47 gigs and then it broke like opening night, and they had to re-download it like almost the 47 gigs again because the patch was that big for the beta. Crazy stuff. But we did get to see a big like PC ultra settings gameplay trailer that I'm gonna link down below, which should be interesting to see. Another thing, I don't know if this was related to BlizzCon or not, but Diablo 3 has a amiibo coming out, and it's not like a Diablo. Well, it's not a large Diablo character. It's of the, I think it's GameStop exclusive as well. It's of the Loot Goblin, and I think it looks really cool because it has like the red base, and the Loot Goblin's really red, and he's got this big old sack of loot on his back. I think he looks really cool, and it's just like a pretty sweet collector's item, I think. So that should be cool, and that's about it for this week. Trying to keep these things a little bit shorter, but give you guys a nice recap of what came out this week. there's anything you think I missed, or if there's anything that you want to talk about more, feel free to leave a comment below. I appreciate you being here to watch it, and as always, thank you for being here. If you're watching this on Friday, thanks for being in my Twitch chat. I really appreciate you stopping by there. And if you're watching this on Saturday, sometime in the morning, I usually try and upload these in the morning Pacific. And thanks for checking it out there, and feel free to check me out on my Twitch page. As always, thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed. If you thought I missed anything, write it in the comments below. And thanks again. Bye.